Welcome back, everyone, to Dancy Plays, Danganronpa. I'm here with my friend Larson, who's never played this game before, and is slowly going crazy over this third chapter, Trial. Larson, how are you feeling?
His body's being discovered for the first time!
Great.
There's some things happening here.
Yes.
My theories are being confirmed.
And remind the audience what your theories are exactly.
No.
Great. I guess.
Hifumi was working with Celeste in some way, and Celeste turned on everyone. Celeste killed people. Was trying to pin it all on Hiro.
Is that your working theory?
Yes.
Yeah, Celeste has been a bitch this trial.
She's all about that evidence, evidence, evidence. Where's your evidence? I have my evidence, evidence. But oh boy.
Oh boy.
They're about to fuck her shit up. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Diving in.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Was
That
he?
is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly,
But
I
there
do
were
not
blood
think
packs
there's
in the
anything that
cabinet.
can prove he was still alive.
Well, it was a mini fridge, but yeah.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Uh-huh.
She's so grumpy.
Celeste is being so moody.
Yeah.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. If I can find it and show it to everyone. Oh, was it another shooty thing? It's
Shooty
Hifumi's
thing.
glasses. Hisumi's glasses.
Well, here's
Hatsume
one thing we
Miku's
do know.
glasses.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's
Miku.
office.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Bitch.
Celeste, you're making all the wrong statements, man.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Makoto, you're so smart.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Yeah, and the trash can was the glasses cleaning cloth.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles.
from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point.
Wow.
And the
Just
only
shame
people
him, why
here
don't
who
you?
wear
Goddamn.
glasses are-
Shame the dead
I
man.
wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the
I
blood
love
on his
him.
glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Wow.
Goddamn.
If he was just pretending to be dead. What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
It was real blood.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
I thought it said Sayaka for a second.
Sayaka.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Oh
But
my
That
word.
means he took part in the murders.
Yep. He was an accomplice.
I just can't believe it.
I knew it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more
Look at
piece
that
of
smirk on
evidence?
her face.
She's so happy.
She's so pleased.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know
Why
what
don't
I'm
you reveal
talking
it
about,
then?
right, Makoto? The
God
item
damn
he took
it.
off of Taka's lifeless body.
He what? Why are they always moving it to us?
Ah.
The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka. Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? The note that Hifumi had!
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. And take a look at what the note says.
a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
Oh my god, they were gonna... Oh my god, my theory.
Hiro got in touch with
Taylor.
another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Wait, what am I answering? Shit, I wasn't paying attention.
Who the note's going to?
Hifumi's pants.
I got it! That's right! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear.
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still. Can't let her get to me. Ah! It's time to shoot more people in the face. Oh no!
Choices.
Multiple things.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
TikTok is Taka, right?
Yes. Because he always had that watch.
But remember what the note
Tick-tock on the clock.
What time did it say? 6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong.
I understand. I'm back in the groove of this game.
Excellent.
It's all coming back to me.
There absolutely
I'm glad.
is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
Why did she go so fast?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka, just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
Byakuya.
Oh gosh. Oh jeez.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece
Came from his.
I knew it!
The
It fits perfectly
paper.
with the note we found hidden on
Oh
Hifumi.
my god.
Then Taka's
Well.
scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note
Incredible.
meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew
No.
the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Exactly. He would never be smart enough to figure that out on his own.
Whoa.
We all know who the smart people are.
After seeing all this,
Yeah.
Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
And not me.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still
Okay,
alive.
Hero. You're
Calm
Sorry,
down.
no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
did kill Hifumi.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Yeah, stop bragging about your freaking lesbian relationship.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Oh my god.
Fight, fight,
Anyway,
fight.
When they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Say it to me, Talk.
Hell yeah!
Wait,
It's
Bianca, you're supposed to be saying that to me.
You are not
He's
my
right,
focus right
though.
now.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah, Kira.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't be clear until we... Oh, I wonder what it could be. Whoa! 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 I wonder if it's the other hammer that was clean. Yeah, the spotless hammer.
Speaking of,
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
why would you're not disagreeing with that?
Shoot!
Oh, you're
That was
right.
a question.
Fuck. I have to disagree. I keep forgetting.
What was used to
Wha-
kill Hifumi?
What was used to
it
kill
Justice
Hifumi? No,
Hammer
you're
3?
wrong.
Justice Hammer 4.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
You're wrong, as always.
As always.
the murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
See, we have to take into account that some people in this game are idiots.
Spotless hammer.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for
Even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
it is
That is.
But that only really applies if there's... In this case, however,
There were two murders.
True murders.
based on the rules that have been laid out for
Even if more than one,
only the one who actually carried out the act,
assuming the
Rule holds true. It is simple. No, that's wrong.
Take that, bitch.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
if there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so?
I
can't
wonder
help
who
but
could be
admire
that
its
cruel.
cunning.
I wonder.
Still, their choice of
Totally
accomplice
not
seems odd.
one of the two bitches standing right next to each other.
I wonder. Who could possibly be? Who could possibly be that mean?
Who could
Nobody.
possibly be that mean, especially to Hifumi, and be that good at lying? We'll find out next time on Dancy Plays.